Hello everyone. We are taking a quick look at using TinkerCAD here to design gears for the laser cutter. So I'm opening a new file here, a new design in TinkerCAD, and we're going to shape generators, and we're going to all. And we have a lot of different generators here. There's some gears here. I recommend to start us off, I like using the useful gear. This one that's gray says useful gear. That's a nice one to start us off using. The other ones will work too, but just this one has some different parameters here. So try out this one for now. All right, so now I'm looking straight down at it, and I'm going to click this to make it orthographic view so I can just not see the edges, so it's looking exactly like I'm going to get it here. So in the past, a big thing that we've done to resize things is drag this around and make things a different size. If you have a gear that's not round, you're going to have some issues. And then also, if you just stretch this, the size of those teeth are going to change. So if I have that gear and let's say this other gear, these two gears are not going to work together because those teeth aren't going to go together very well. So do not do this. So let's get rid of both of these gears and start from the beginning again. When you put one out here, all your changes will happen over here. Do not drag these and grab these, okay? Do not do that, So, pitch. Pitch is the size of each tooth. So if you're making a whole bunch of gears, you need to keep the pitch the same. I'm gonna make my pitch a little larger. This is in millimeters right now. So I'm thinking like 4 might be a good number for me right now. Gives me a little bit bigger teeth. Might work a little nicer on the laser cutter. If they're too small, the laser cutter just burns all the teeth away, basically. Slop is how loose the teeth are, how much spacing is going to be between the teeth, and don't worry about that too much right now. Number of teeth, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's how many teeth you want on your gear. Height doesn't really matter for us. That's going to be how tall the gear is, but since we're laser cutting, that doesn't really matter for us. And then bore diameter. Bore diameter is going to be an important one. That's how big the hole is. So before you go and design all this, you need to think about how big this hole should be in the center. What are you going to be putting in that hole? Is it a nail? Is it a bolt? Is it a screw or a dowel or something like that? So before you go too far, you need to go and measure that and realize, again, this is going to be in millimeters. So if you're putting a nail in there, this is not 6 inches right now. That would be really big. This would be 6 millimeters. Change this number around. And now once you know one gear, realize the pitch is the important one. I got to keep pitch the same. So when I pull out another gear here, these, as we can tell right away, these are not going to fit together. So let's change that. I want to keep that as 4. Maybe I want more teeth on this one. And we want to make that bore diameter the same also. And give it a second. Sometimes it needs a second to update. And then as you've seen my examples in class, we can still put text and write things on them if you want. So if you want to write things, you can always put some text on your gear and say, you know, this one, how many teeth did this have? One thing that's kind of useful is writing how many teeth it has on it. So maybe this one is 39. So just as before, when you go to export these, you'll export these as a cut file. And if you have something drawn on it, you can have this exported separately. All right, that's a quick walkthrough of gears. Have fun making all those, and we will talk soon. Let me know if you need more help. Bye-bye.